What up? Okay. I'm just gonna wait for this gentleman to clear his table.
enerilinde chetsa chashango liamamtangarilinde kuno amuta hey yeah hey yeah bad boy shasha wanandivabi duzopera osana makanda peti beboy oshashata wanandivabi duzopera osana makanda peti Okakangapi kanibore mangwana ridibi hey yeah bad boy shasha wanandivabi duzopera osana makanda peti bad boy shashata ririnde divabi duzopera osana makanda peti osana makanda peti Good. What time is it? Is it evening already? I don't know. It's winter, so good late afternoon, everybody. I don't know if you can all see me. I really hope you can. How are you guys doing? You know, it's very cozy here, right? Vibes. Thank you guys for being here, first of all. I love you guys so much. And to the people who are going to be watching this, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I finally have a chance to tell you the stories about like the songs you've been listening to for the past 2 weeks, I think. Has it been 2 weeks? I don't know. Yeah. So the first song I sang is the title track, Makhulu. I don't know, there's a few people who know me since birth, like they knew me before I knew myself, who happen to be here today. And you know, thanks for being here, I really appreciate that. And I was raised by my grandmother mostly from my maternal side, and so there's an orchard at home. My uncle has an orchard at home that like it's sort of like we all go there to do stuff. And I remember when I was growing up, my granny would always like go with me, and there were always lessons about having to work hard. There's always something to do, and I think I really took that. And my grandmother didn't have a chance to go to school like I did, so she really, really values school. And I remember when I dropped out, and she was in the field again doing something, and I found her crying, and she was like, "Why would you drop out? What kind of a future are you gonna have?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna go back to school, but I just feel like I'm really young and I really want to follow my passion. I love telling stories, and I don't know if I want to study music, but I know I want to learn how to tell stories one way or another." So Makhulu is about all the lessons that I've ever gotten, that I still get from my grandmother. I was speaking to her last night, and we're talking about today and how she can't be here. And we're talking about like how life is full of random occurrences. Like this thing could fall on me now and kill me, but it's not, But like life is life is that random, So that's what the first song is about. And the second song is about when it goes wrong, when you don't take all those lessons. And where did it go wrong, So it uses paints a picture of this young man who comes from a good family. And for me, good family is not necessarily money. It's that family that might not have much, but you know that when you need something, if you go there, they'll help you. They'll make a way one. Like, they'll share whatever they have. So he comes from that type of setup, but he's just gone rogue, He's a city boy, So the song is questioning what went wrong. And in my language, there's a saying that people say when they've given up on you, I guess. Someone said that last week. That like her mom used to say "Mbebo yo shashata" when she'd given up on her. But like my grandmother is very empathetic in that she would say it in such a sad way, as if to insinuate that whatever you're doing is not your fault. It's genetics, surely, because everyone here is for you. So however way you're behaving is not your fault. It can't be. How can it be if everyone here is for you and they're teaching you all this? And they're teaching you manners, taking you to school, but you're still not okay. Surely something happened. It went genetically wrong. I don't know if there's any biologists in the house, if that's a thing, Yes, apparently. So, yeah. So we're going to go on to the next song, which is Rufuno. And please sing along. Don't be shy. I talk a lot. It helps me not to sing so many songs. You check your phone, you're like, yo, we've been here for an hour, but I've just been talking, So the song is, it's my academic essay. It looks at how the Great Diamond Discovery might have contributed to fatherlessness in our society. And it focuses on this young man in the 1880s who falls in love with this young woman, and they get married. And you can imagine the times then. People don't really fall in love and get married. Like, there's a lot of arranged marriages, but luckily he could marry the love of his life. And they named their firstborn child Rufuno, which means love in my home language, because it's their love child, And then they have another child whose name I don't know. So then the father leaves and goes to work in the mines, a story we all know, and you can imagine how far Venda is from Kimberley, right? There's no Uber, there's no Lyft SA, You can't catch a Kulula.com flight. It's the 1880s. And the father stops coming back. He disappears. And I guess in an African context, when you're the firstborn son, you're not only the firstborn son, you're also the breadwinner now that your father has gone. So Rufuno wakes up one day and he decides to go look for his father, but he doesn't say goodbye. He just leaves. So the song is written from his little brother's perspective, who's saying, this is so unlike you. Why would you go without saying goodbye? And there's a lyric in the song that says, like, you didn't take patkos with you. And I think, at least for me in my culture, if you're given patkos, it means your journey is going to be blessed. So, yeah, and he never came back home. So the song doesn't have a bridge, which is usually the resolution, because he never came back home. I'm not going to talk so much for the other songs, but yeah, these songs are very dear to me, hence the history lessons. I hope you enjoy. And I'm not alone today. I'm with people I love very much. We have Mr. MD there with the cool hair, Tatenda. You guys always say his name wrong. It's not Texta, it's your Roman numeral X, Tatenda. That's Tatenda, everybody, on bass. And we've got Mr. Kekelingo there. Look at him. Kekelingo on drums and vocals. And we've got Mr. Tim. I know the kind sir from church. You know, he's our father figure in the group. So give it up for Mr. Timothy. And we've also got our little brother in the band. Hey, Tebuho. He's very shy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. Ngelet. Ekanele pele tonena ekena otun. Ngeleton.
Tangela meanga, tanga wauruga, waurenda na butu. Mangwaro rorindera, lutengo arushike, funo ningapi. Beautiful oh, no koranga beautiful we are beautiful we are ni hayani no Tangela meanga utangauluga uabulenda na butu mangwarororindera lutengo arushwiki rufundo ningapi oh rufundo buyani haya ronirindera mamutungu para fundo buyani haya lotua michiring tevera mundewa norini toshiko na mamandano fundo mwana wa baba fundo mwana wa kutinga nirano fana ya musiku muvani sina ngasiku mahura mandirini shitu fundo Mama, First place where you learned how to love. Oh, love, go back home to the first place you called home. 'Cause it's so cold without your lover. I can't be without your lover. I need you this very moment. Come hold me for the very last time, lover. Oh, love, come back to me. When I know. Oh, love, come back to me. When honey, 'cause I can't be without your lover. I need you in my arms this very moment. Oh, when Ronirindera mabotungo para ufuno moyani haya. Oh, oh. Dotangan nae Palamirani Achuena seri Arnemu pereke Dotangan nae Palachisma Chica mate Ame kezari Enenda muana Palamirani Achuela sari Arnemu pereke Chica mate Amekezarni No ezaka Ugara tendera Kama life Namutara toma Jana jichina Shinoru So I guess in this timeline, in this story, after, the firstborn son leaves and doesn't come back, I had to like reimagine ways of dealing with loss in the world of the story. I think writers will understand that, all your characters can't grieve the same way, So as a person, outside of my abilities, songwriting or whatever it is that I'd like to believe I'm able to do confidently, one of my friends happened to pass away, and we were in varsity together, we were in the same class, we hung out every day. I think, like varsity culture, if you're studying the same thing, you have the same majors, you all put 10 rand together, Spikos, 2 liter, the vibes, So she passed away, and it was so hard going back to class and not finding her. I kept thinking, she's late, but she was late, just, not the late I was hoping for, And I'd wake up, I'd go to the art center, have like a double tequila and Sir Juice, then go to class just to deal. And I remember this one time, a friend of mine, Stuart, who's a pastor, they had a youth camp, and he asked me to come along to help with the worship. So I went, and I was really missing my friend, so I wrote Ndomoana. That's where Ndomoana comes from. I was imagining a perfect world where loss happens, but it's okay. So in the Ndomoana love story, these two queer boys meet in like a pre-colonial Africa, without like the introduction of all the isms and all the hate and all of those things. And they fall in love, and like they have children, and one of them passes away. So the story is told from the remaining lover saying, listen, before you, I had met other people, I'd fallen in love before, but nobody had loved me like my lover did. Ndomoana, and we know how our African languages are not gendered, and I think it's so great because it can be everyone's story, and because at some point I was really like a hectic church kid. I think I still am, even though I don't really go. I found myself referencing, it's the scripture in the Bible that speaks about love, and using those character traits, to define my friend, that Wabrenda and Diwang, I mean, really like just paraphrasing, but love is kind, love is patient, it's not boastful, etc., etc. And that lover uses all those traits to define their lover. And I really thought that was like the most beautiful way I could remember my friend without feeling sad all the time. And there's nothing wrong with very sad songs, but I just didn't want to feel like that all the time. So that's where Ndomoana comes from. So again, as we want to close off my first set, take a break, then come back. So again, in this love story, it changes. Again, our characters can't fall in love the same way. They can't fall in love with the same people. They can't fall in love at the same time, like chronological time. I think this is a very interesting Twitter topic. This particular one falls in love with a broke person, right? And you know how the TL feels about if you exist on that side of social media. I do, unfortunately, where they ask like, is 2,000 rand enough to take your partner on a date? Because I just can't. What do you even order? It's absurd, but hey, whatever. There's children here, I'm not going to swear. I usually swear a lot, but no. So in this particular case, he meets this person who doesn't have any money, but they're so in love. And also he doesn't really, this girl meets this person who also doesn't speak their language, I get to tell the story of this lover, but it's not my story. So I think I'm going to introduce one of my new good friends. I hope I say this name right, because guys, I'm not Nguni, but I can't make excuses like that. Okutlum Cook, to come sing Chippewa with me. Please give him a round of applause.
Let's do a mic check before we start.
Should he tell you his last name so you can say he's Tagazelos? How does it work? I don't know.
Just speak on the mic so we can hear you live.
Hello, good people.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Sibongiseni Tabete from KZN.
Indoda mayibe umZulu. You guys. How does the song go again? Remember first notes. 2, 3. napenihana oyuchipiwa ndofuna ene chipiwa ndofunwa ngaene ombiru yapambao ndofuna oyuchipiwa nonanga ene chipiwa
Ngibone duze kwami uvele utangisondele ngoba ngasiqhenya ngaye noma njalo ngicabanga uvele utangikhanye ngoba ngiyamthanda udale wena
enechipiwa
wenhliziyo yomuntu ile ethandayo
ndofuna enechipiwa
yami isikhethile lapho ifuna khona
nonanga enechipiwa
wenhliziyo yomuntu ile ethandayo
ndofuna enechipiwa
yami isikhethile lapho ifuna khona kulukutu yamemeza indlama vele ngasaqala memeza phindelela zavuvuka inhliziyo kwabona mona ngawo mdudula mashinga namashinga nophonsa phansi wena zindula namakhosi aloshini ngiyekena kathabethe mgeza ngoba ekhanda selishayileke kude omanikiniki izindlela zombili awudango inenge kumthatha ukulekele ndaba
enechipiwa ndofuna enechipiwa nonanga enechipiwa ndofuna enechipiwa enechipiwa ndofuna enechipiwa nonanga enechipiwa ndofuna enechipiwa. Thank you so much, bro.
Shate! Mifururu!
Wow, yeah. Vibes. Right. I think because I talk so much and I feel so much at the same time, when it hurts the most, I don't always know where to go because I feel like because I talk so much, people have gotten used to me talking, and that if I share my feelings, they'll just gaslight me or discredit what I'm saying, because of course Muneyi talks a lot. Of course Muneyi feels a lot, you know? So I fell in love once upon a time ago, and but I hurt her. You guys are so annoying. And this next song is a heartbreak song, you know? And it says, leave me, you know, Ntsieni, leave me. And when I wrote the song, I was so frustrated with this person. I was like, I feel like I'm always sending paragraphs and you don't get it. You don't get it, bro. So when I wrote the song, I left the chorus out. Just, you know, like, la, 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 whatever you're saying. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. You know when you receive a K after sending a paragraph? Or you send a voice note and they're like, congratulations, but you were not saying any. tricky. So yeah, it's one of those. Cool. Okay, please sing with me on this one. It's very simple. It's very simple. La 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 le la le la 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 le la le la 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 la, something like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. Janan tangini panda Ramani Jafana irundi dada Tomani Tanzania Janwani Songon Tana Rurana Janwani Whoa, whoa, yeah. No voana lora La fulupera uscicanga o sapere Il lambeu era zoara eu sei La la we awe la la we awe Derure Muaro be ani passa Zundali sinna mukoma Ali kundri murira Nitaye Sangola viva Ipanile No fuana lora La fulpera uscita ao sapere E lambeu era zoara eu sei Namatupo funorasu Niche Nikade utumobu Nsiye Tuwani niye unena funaone Unena funaone Yeah, thank you. And at some point in my life, I remember this was in 2018, I was doing my final year at UJ, and my grandmother called me this one time. She was like, hey, I live alone now, you know. My aunt had built a house, and she's staying there with her kids. I was in varsity. There was really no one else at home, and the saddest thing about that was that was the first time my grandmother ever had to be alone. You can imagine, she was born a middle child. She found people when she was born. she got married in a polygamous relationship, marriage. She found people there as well. Don't know if they liked her much, but she found people there as well. And then she had children. There was always someone, you know. And now in her old age, she had to be alone for the first time. And I was also processing my own losses at the time. I was leaving varsity, and this ecosystem that I'd created was going to be no more. I had no intentions of studying further at that moment, so my friends were going to leave me. You know, they were going to wherever they were going, and I sort of understood that she was feeling lonely. And also at the same time, I was dealing with this Muneyi situation. You know, it was a lot of loss at the same time. And I remember Tatenda reached out. I was like crashing at the same place where he was living. And he reached out, he's like, hey bro, you around? I've been working on something and I think you'd be perfect for it. And, you know, I went, this was all in 2018, I went and we wrote this song, which is Burudu, and I really hope you enjoy. Yeah. And I don't like sad songs, and all my sad songs always end with a good message, so there's hope, you know? That's what the last part says, that I'm waiting for hope. Victory is on its way, that I may live long and see the beauty of life. Because every time the clouds gather, you know, and it rains, a rainbow always comes, you know? And it's so important to live hopefully, every day live hopefully, even if it doesn't look like that, you know? To say, you know what, it might not look like how I want it to look, but it's getting better. I don't see it, but it's getting better. And I think that's been my life story from day one. Every day I wake up and I say, it's getting better, it's getting better. And I believe that, and you have to believe what you say with your mouth. And I always believe what I say. If I don't believe it, I don't say it, you know? And if I want to believe it, I say it until I believe it, you know? Yeah, so, yeah. Lontave Isongo Shenamire On Pasera Isongo Shirika On Tanera Shinondinga Bapa Maranga anga anda sango Otatzamiru Otatzatsi Shinonera ne farai No anganea No ne Pumuzoinga Doneka Ngau Shenganya Mando Murudu Mbapi Hoshika Miruni Murudu Mbapi Hoshika Mutzivani Murudu Ngwana Honshuni Songong kanganye Murudu angwana Hochamiru Marangangawa Murudu angwana Hochamiru Songong kanganye Tane Murudu angwana Hochamiru Marangangawa Chote, libone liabuchiro ichire sabangwe dorindera furupero kunolinga lindera dichire sabangwe I love you too. An important part of, I think why. Oh cha cha, oh cha cha. I think.
Shate!
This is so heartwarming. And I think, right? And I think an important part of why people find this body of work so resonant is because like there's honesty, you know, in our stories, and if we tell our stories honestly, outside of what sells, outside of what pops, what's lit, and there's nothing wrong with all those other things, but I think it's also important that we have our grounding spaces. And I think even for me by myself, we always have this chat with my good friend Leon that, you know, even if it's just 3 people who hears, it's okay because the story is still honest, you know. And when I get into this part of the story, right? I wanna tell like just the whole theme, the overall theme is lessons in love, loss, and healing. And we've just gone through the love part. You know, we saw people falling in love in a different time and some leaving. We saw people falling in love without any money, and that was fun. And then we got to the loss where people, you know, we lose the people we love. We feel lonely because they're not there. And this is the healing moment. And I think this is the most important part for me in the story. And I hope you run with it as well. And I've been over-singing, and I hope I can sing the song all by myself. My good friend was supposed to come sing with me, but she had a show last night, and she's feeling really tired. And it's okay. We'll have another one where everyone is there. And I always, because I exist in a bubble, guys. I don't know if you know this. I live in a bubble of safety with my friends where we share with each other what we feel, and sometimes art comes from that. Like I'll tell my good friend Torch, like, hey, bro, this is the situation. Here's a VN. Let me know what you think. And Torch is a very good friend of mine whom I'm gonna call up now, and he's gonna render a poem for us. And it's sort of the prelude to this healing that we're going into as we finish. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. We still have some time together. I love you guys so much. We still have some time, but I'm just saying this, you know. Thanks so much to the National Arts Council, to Concerts SA, Department of Arts and Culture, and all the other stakeholders for making this possible. Huge shout out for supporting the arts, you know, as they should. I think it's very important to say thank you, but this is your job. Thank you, but as you should. Thank you so much for recognizing your job. Yeah.
What's up?
What's up,
What's
bro?
up,
What's going on?
Self-talk.
Okay.
My name is Torch Ever Blazing. He forgot my surname.
Torch ever blazing. I know that's right.
I've seen your swollen eyes in the midst of your bawling eye. Felt your crying eye, heard you calling eye. So silence in a heart, I put a song in eye. You were all alone, reaching and longing for a home, seeking belonging, but help is here now, no. Pleading and crawling, no. Feeding, you're falling, no. Bleeding from brawling, no. Need to be defensive, no. Need to put your gear on, I brought your shoulders to offload your fear on. My only request is that we are clear on the fact that I am taking all your blows from here on out. Answer your questions, you answer your calling, I'll give you directions. You'll know when I'm talking, cause spots know they leopard and sheep know they shepherd. So drown the noise, follow my voice and keep walking.
Dotsura nindote tinasha tinakona Bambi zao tibadine Dite fipet Diere fipet Dotsura nindote Natinasha tinakona Bambi zao tibadine Dite fipet Iwe warunga Wamfane we mwari Unga Diamabeba matongoni Ningapi Niamfana Niamfana Usizo selufigile manje ukukhala usekho phola nhliziyo yami thula moya wami Usizo selufigile manje ukukhala usekho phola nhliziyo yami thula moya wami Moya tu la moya we tu la moya tu la moya tu la moya tu la moya Kifisli eskana kalama So I inyembezi sikeleze mswe inyembezi sikwelwa kodwa wena ulanje unodlambe uthokothele awunamusa wena ulanje ngicela uxolo yehlisa umoya uphinde usebenzeni yakho usizozela ufikile manje ukukhala kusekho phola nhliziyo yakho thula moya wakho usizozela ufikile manje ukukhala kusekho phola nhliziyo yami thula moya wakho Tula moya wami, tula moya, wetula moya wami, phola wenhliziyo, tula moya, tula moya, tula moya, wemami, tula moya wami. Sukhala wenhliziyo yami, thula moya, wethula sizwe, ungabokhala, uJehova wakho sokunqobela, thula sizwe, ungabokhala, uJehova wakho sokunqobela.
I love you so much.
Yeah. Tula moya Yere wayamfana niyamba bangepasi Iwe ngwaru yamfana Tula moya We moya tula Tula moya We moya tula Tula moya wetula moya, wetula moya, tula moya, tula moya, tula moya, wetula moya. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for my grandmother. I'm so grateful for my grandmother so much. And, you know, wow. So, thank you. I really am so grateful for my, you know, there's this thing where every time I call her, I'll say, hey, Granny, I love you. And yes, you must come with. Every time I tell my grandmother that I love her, she always goes, she'll sigh, she'll sigh, like she'll let out a heavy sigh, like, if only you knew how much I love you, you know? And I see it, you know, I'm who I am today because I've never had to explain myself to her. You know, I've never had to say, yo, I need to do this. She supports me, she loves me so much. And I also understand that she doesn't have like many years left on earth, and it's okay. She's lived a full life, and she's very happy, and sometimes she longs for rest, you know. And speaking of rest, I was sitting with Tatenda and Sfiso, whom I wish could have been here tonight, but we'll be there on other days. He's a big brother, you know. And it was raining. It was sometime in those lockdown situations where you're not allowed so many visitors in your complex and all of that. And it was raining, and I was sitting, and I was like, do you know that my grandmother only rested when it rained, you know? And then we wrote a song from that. And it hit me the other day that, you know, rain means so many things. I think, you know, in African culture, rain signifies so much, you know? And I think I've sort of mentally prepared myself. I don't know if it's a bad thing, that when it rains, that like I'll have rest, you know? And that when it rains, my grandmother will have rest. And I think, you know, like I've preempted her departure, you know? And I think that'll be the rain, you know? But right now, usually like, right now she rests when it rains. You know, if it's not raining, she'll be outside sending someone to do something. So this, so this song is a rant. It's like, hey, Muneyi, do this. I'm like, bro, use these nails, bro. These nails are for playing guitar, no? You know, let's pay someone to do that. Ratatata. But to be honest, I still sort of like, I revere my grandmother so much, and I love her, and I always listen to all that she says. Oh, thank you. So this last song that I'm gonna do this evening, guys, we've been at it, hey? Our last song for this evening, right? But I've sang all the songs. Okay, we'll repeat what you want after this song. No way. Okay, but just allow me to finish the story, okay? And then we can repeat for fun, okay? Wow. So this song is about rest, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Makhato Kare Kwisenizanga Tune Taurani Chen Makhulu habari ya weti Banga baneti Makora shipara Tamera matito kava Dumu mashikure Chikumu mukwecho para Makora shipara Tamera matito kava Makhulu habaneti Pura Yoshika Yoda Uhanza Uaweta Makhulu. Hande, hande.
Hey! Samuel! Handale, handale, handale! I told you, sorry! Hey!
Baba, Makat, Kare, Kwesenitsan, Zunde, Taulaniche, Makhulu Hamaria Weti, Banga Havaneti, Makora Shibara, Tamena Matitoka, Duma Majure, Chumu Kwecha. Makora Shibara, Tamena Matitoka, Makhulu Havaneti, Muna, Yoshika, Yota, Uaweta Makhulu, Yoshika, Yota, Uaweta Makhulu, Vuram Vuram Robiro,
Gorogonya,
Bomane Bebeni,
Gorogonya,
Ningse Perani,
Gorogonya,
Ndukulu Zinabiko,
Gorogonya,
Vuram Vuram Robiro,
Gorogonya,
Bomane Bebeni,
Gorogonya,
Ningse Perani,
Gorogonya,
Ndukulu Zinabiko, Gorogonya. Makora Shibara, Tamena Matitoka, Duma Mashikure, Chumumu Kwechopa. Makora Shibara, Tamena Matitoka, Makhulu Havaneti, Muna, Yoshika, Yota, Uaweta Makhulu, Yoshika, Yota, Uaweta Makhulu. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was it.
Muneyi! Give it up for Muneyi!
I still want to do my thanks. Thank you so much to everybody that's here. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much to Rian for making us sound so great. Rian is like those people who, you know those friends who show up like, hey, Chomi, dress up, we're going out. And you're like, I'm like, we're late already. So every time I have a show, it's like, okay, send me what you need. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then in the morning, I'm like, hey, the venue is, I'm already setting up. You know, and I think that's the biggest act of love. You know, I don't know people, and I just feel like I'm so loved. And thank you so much for always being in my corner. Thank you, Rian. Give it up for Rian, everybody. And he's not alone, you know. Thank you so much, sir, for always being there as well and helping out. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you to Gabrielle and Aldine for always like availing the space for us to use. Thank you so much. Also to you guys for being patient, you know, and for always choosing me. Thank you for tagging me on those stories. Everything. Okay, you get that I'm saying thanks, but you're like also, hey. Okay, I can see I'm not going to get myself out of this, so let's hear. What's the chat? Who's having that conversation? What's the conversation? What are we doing? We are a song. Should we do Makhulu? Let's close off with Makhulu. With Makhulu, right? nilindira uwane nishume zembelo kwewa simuyo atwa bopolonia doalota sanao nilindira uwane nishume zembelo kwewa simuyo atwa bopolonia muwe. Bauye, one in the shoe. So I asked the Chiamaro, poor in the mountain. Bauye, one in the shoe. So I asked the Chiamaro, poor in the mountain. Oh, yeah. Makhulu mufumandi Makhulu mufumauta oporo ketwa ni amarudini tachana sani Makhulu mufumandi mufumauta shake. Makhulu bafuma Makhulu bafumandiwa Makhulu bativa zote Makhulu bafuma bafumandiwa Makhulu bativa zote Makhulu bafumandiwa Makhulu bafumabutari Makhulu bativa zote oporo ketwa ni amarudi echana sani Makhulu mandiwa bafumabutari. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nina. And give it up to this amazing band, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think before you go, may the Lord keep you. May the Lord bless you. And may the Lord keep their faces shine upon you now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you so much. We can stay, party. We're going to turn on the lights. Say hi to me. Don't text me tomorrow and say, oh, I was there. It doesn't help. Thank you. Thank you so much.